There was a point early in this match, I forget which game exactly, when Roger Federer returned a serve from Grigor Dimitrov and it looped languidly, dreamily, over the net, hanging in the air for what seemed like an age. Time to think, time to breathe. And I wonder whether in those few seconds, as the ball is spinning, there comes a moment when you become acutely aware of who you are up against. Who has just put the slice on the ball you are now trying to get back in play. Of course, this could be any slice backhand by any player, on any court, in any tournament. But deep down, we all know it's not. It's a Federer slice backhand on center court at Wimbledon. And however accomplished or experienced you think you are, I don't think you can ever quite forget that. As it turned out, Dimitrov fluffed his backhand. And you could almost say he fluffed this match. The promise of a thrilling, sun-drenched duel of delectable single-handed backhands and high drama never quite materialized, even if the number 13 seed belatedly tried to make a game of it in the third set. It finished 6-4, 6-2, 6-4 in 98 minutes, about the same length of time a two-course meal. And after his elementary evening's work, Federer bore the same partially sated look of a man still searching for dessert. Milos Raonic, his conqueror in last year's semi-final, awaits next. Of course, they have been calling Dimitrov Baby Fed for years now. He was a companion to the stars almost before he was a star in his own right. And a record of 2 semi-finals in 28 attempts suggests that his slam-winning potential remains largely theoretical. The talent is elite, the shot-making is world-class, but the composure is still lacking at crucial moments. "I didn't play my best tennis," he admitted with a shake of the head afterwards. And if you don't play good against Roger, especially on grass, it's very difficult. Which is why, in a way, this actually told us very little about Federer's chances of winning the whole thing. Not only does the heavy-serving Raonic present an entirely different challenge, but this was a match broken open in one fell swoop. A crossword puzzle with a single clue. Once Federer had burgled the first set, Dimitrov was never the same player again. "I feel like I'm rested enough, and I've had not the toughest matches," Federer said with his characteristic snark. "I'm not fighting anything, like my knee last year. I'm ready to go." The first 8 games were pretty unremarkable. A bloodless skirmish. Both players served well, mopped up their free points, kept their powder dry. Then in the 9th game, Federer spotted an opportunity to tip the balance. Dimitrov sent a forehand millimeters long at 15-0, so close, in fact, that it was originally called it in. Only for Federer to haughtily challenge, and with the first seed of doubt planted, Federer moved in. The wicked, floated backhand slices became ever wickeder, ever more floaty. Dimitrov's ground strokes ever more rushed and ungainly. And at the third time of asking, Federer seized the break point, and thereafter the set. He returned to his chair with a fist pump and a harumph of satisfaction. He had drowned Dimitrov in his own sweaty hubris. By the time Federer had extended his lead to 2 sets, barely an hour had been played, and Dimitrov was yet to see a deuce on the Federer serve, let alone a break point. There can be few more dispiriting tasks in tennis than trying to break. Federer. Of his 75 serves, 30 failed to come back over the net. That is 40% of the points settled before you have even got a ball back in play. And so you start reaching. You go for a little more on your second serve than you would strictly like. You start trying to anticipate his serve, looking for little visual clues or ticks, all the while bleakly aware that it is as futile as trying to predict the weather in Wimbledon on a random Tuesday in 2023. you start putting a little more juice on your ground strokes, hit a few winners. See if you can smash Federer's momentum. It is a struggle at the best of times, and Dimitrov was not enjoying anything like the best of times. Meanwhile, Federer is toying with you like a puppy. Midway through the third set, he returned a Dimitrov serve with a perfect drop shot that bounced a foot over the net and simply stopped, like an obedient pet. The crowd gasped, whooped and roared all at once. Federer has always had the ability to extract noises from you that you barely knew you possessed, to press so many of your pleasure synapses at once. This is why people fork out 112 pounds a pop. This is why people pitch their tents on Wimbledon Park on Friday night and go 3 days without showering. This is why Court 1 tickets are very nice but still a runners-up prize. Because if Federer is playing at Wimbledon and you were somewhere else, the day somehow feels second-rate.